All right, there we go. Now we got some audio. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Our audio was screwed up for a minute there, but we are ready to rock and roll. Apologize for a few of you that were in the stream that jumped out when I had to close it out. I'm sorry. I don't know what was going on with the audio. I could not, for the life of me, figure it out. But we are ready to rock and roll now. So, all right, all right, all right. Hope you guys had a good weekend. If you're new to the channel, welcome, 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 welcome. My name is Marco. We are here live on the Scratch Golf Show. We go live every Monday and Wednesday around 8. We call it 8:30. Today was a little later. It's probably going to be a little later now that summer's starting. Or at least around me here in Michigan. I enjoy playing golf in the evening, especially now that we have some nicer days. So, let's get this party started. So, hope you guys had a good weekend. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, please, if you're joining us live, we had a really good weekend. From the channel perspective, we are actually at 51 subscribers. So, we hit our goal of 50. I wanted to get to 50 before the end of May. So, we were able to do that relatively quickly. Bro, it's just not working. I couldn't figure it out. It was messing with my audio. But anyway, like I said, we had a really good weekend on the channel. We started the weekend at 32 subscribers. We're up to 51. If you're new here, I'm a scratch golfer, so I like to talk about all things golf. Mondays, we typically recap the week that was in golf. So a pretty light weekend from the CJ Cup and LIV Singapore. So if you didn't get a chance, didn't miss much on the CJ Cup, I didn't really spend a ton of time watching it. I actually probably spent maybe 20 minutes watching it. I caught the tail end of it yesterday. There's a playoff, or it was almost a playoff. The course looked like crap. The event was crap. The leaderboard was crap. The field was crap. 24 under won it. Taylor Pendrith won on 18. Ben Coles, if you don't know Ben Coles, he made famous for some like stretching at the PGA one year. Anyway, he birdied 16 and 17 to take the lead going into 18. 18 was a par 5. Playing super easy all day. Ben Coles made bogey on 18. Taylor Pendrith made birdie. Ben Coles is the only guy to make bogey on 18 all day. It was a par 5. He flubbed a chip, and then it looked like he missed about a 5-foot par putt. I actually turned it off just because I assumed he was going to get it done. But if you didn't watch the CJ Cup, you didn't miss much. A lot of the favorites missed the cut, like Spieth missed the cut. Not a ton of guys in the field. So really a light week from the PGA Tour perspective, but the CJ Cup not the best event. However, we do have a elevated or a signature event this week. We have Quail Hollow, the Wells Fargo in Charlotte, North Carolina. Really, really good course. Hosted the President's Cup, hosted a major in 2017, and they completely revamped it in the last couple years. So really excited to get that. No Scotty this week. I think we're on baby watch officially. You assume he'd be in the field next week for the PGA, but I guess you never know. He's obviously made it a priority. He said he was going to withdraw from the Masters, so I don't think missing the PGA would be much for him. So I guess we'll see how that looks going into the next week. But stick around. We're going to do a quick PGA recap. Or a PGA preview as well as a Wells Fargo preview here in a few minutes. So we went 0-3 on our matchup bet. So if you guys faded us, you made some money. Just a brutal last couple weeks. The Zurich we missed on every bet. Obviously, we didn't have a ton of outrights there. But this week 0-3 on the matchup side. I probably should have just stayed away from the CJ Cup. I did one matchup. Thomas Dietrich missed the cut. I mean, the guy shot 5 under. The cut was -6. I mean, that is insane for a cut at a PGA Tour. You go 69, 68, or I'm sorry, yeah, no, 69, 70, 5 under. No, it would have been 69, 68 because it's par 71, and you missed the cut. I would be pissed if I was him. Anyway, like I said, 0-3 from the matchup perspective. If you followed our gambling picks, hopefully get back on track. I think I have a better read on the stronger fields. It's just so hard to predict some of these PGA Tour fields. The guys are all obviously really good. Anyone can go low on any given day. But like I said, we digress. 0-3. And then we had LIV Singapore. So I'll spend a few minutes recapping that. If you didn't get a chance to watch LIV Singapore, Brooks Koepka took down the title. He really took the lead. It looked like halfway through Friday. It was on rain delay, so I watched some of Thursday. Didn't get a chance to watch a ton Friday because of the rain delay. It was actually delayed until like 2 a.m. So I woke up and maybe caught the last couple of holes. But yeah, really, really good event. I was able to catch all of Sunday, but Brooks took the lead halfway through Friday and ultimately never looked back. We had Thomas Pieters and we had Matt Wolff that we bet. Both were in the lead at some point on Friday. Thomas Pieters, he just never really got anything going on Sunday. I think he shot -2, but Brooks was just so far ahead that all Brooks had to do was go out and shoot a couple under and get the win. The course looked great. Man, it looked hot as hell in Singapore, though. That has got to be one of the more brutal events on the guys, especially after LIV Adelaide the week before. Just they got to be exhausted from the travel and then playing in that heat. That's just got to be brutal. But the course, from a viewing perspective, looked great. It's called Sentosa Golf Club. Really, really difficult golf course. And these guys just make it look so easy. I mean, I think Brooks was -15 or -16. I can't remember the exact score, but great views. Got a bunch of holes in the water. Really tight driving holes. Long, big greens. Really long course. It's a big boy golf course. And I think you saw that, and the cream kind of rose to the top from an event perspective. Like I said, I really enjoyed watching most of Sunday. Brooks just played kind of mistake-free golf, which is really what you want from him kind of going into a major. I know he had kind of talked about it in this press conference afterwards, but said didn't feel super confident going into Augusta. He said he wants to wash the embarrassment away, so hopefully he is in form. It looks like those guys get a week off, so it sounded like he was going to head to Valhalla, which is the site for next week's PGA, around Sunday next week. So he'll get there a full week early. He'll probably get some. Brooks is like a guy who typically likes to play 9 holes a day to warm up. So we expect him to play the front and the back probably at least once to get it done. But look out for him. The shocker, Brooks Koepka is playing great around another major championship, especially at the PGA. He's obviously won back-to-back PGAs, back-to-back U.S. Opens. Wouldn't shock me if he defends next week. Really good event. Like I said, the leaderboard was solid. A lot of big names. Like I said, Thomas Pieters was at 12 under. Cam Smith, after shooting even, went 6 under, 7 under. Mark Leishman was up there. Like I said, Matt Wolff was up there for the first 2 days. Taylor Gooch was up there. Tyrrell Hatton was up there. Rahm, kind of a lackluster week from Rahm. I think T10 never really got in contention though. Obviously, for him, he's got to be due for a win here at some point. You'd expect Rahm to win one of these. I mean, it's basically playing like a light signature event. The bottom half of LIV is really never going to compete. The bottom 8 to 10 guys have kind of been in the basement all year. But you'd expect Rahm to win. I loved him last week. I laid him at plus 700. I gave him out. Really, like I said, never in contention. But 2 weeks in a row, we've got a right read on the LIV events from a gambling perspective. Last week we had Louis, who finished 1 shot out of first. This week we had Thomas Pieters, who finished 3 back, but like I said, was in contention really all weekend. Shot 5 under, then he shot 4 under, and was I think 2 back going into Sunday. And like I said, he shot 2 under. Brooks just played well enough to win. So I'm trying to think. Any other storylines? Ripper won. So Ripper is Cam Smith's team, the All-Australian team, took down the team title. Back-to-back team titles for them. They obviously won on their home soil last week in Australia, which is good because I don't bet the team stuff. I don't have a good read on it. I think that stuff is so hard from a betting perspective to get a read on. from the team perspective, you really never know what's going to happen, how a guy's playing. So I try and stay away from that stuff. I would have bet against them just because they were coming down from the win in Australia. But Ripper GC took the team title down. Good for them. Anthony Kim. Oh man, he's close. He played well enough. Shot 269 on the first day. Shot 75. On Friday, he shot 75, but he ended his round double-double. So he was really even with 16. If he could have just gotten the clubhouse at 2 under. I really want to see AK put 3 rounds together. He's obviously still playing well. It's just so hard. Like, people just don't realize how hard it is to play at that high of a level and competitively after so much time off from a golfer's perspective. I really want to see him play well. He seems to be embracing more of the like his persona. He's coming out of his shell more. If you're active on social media, he tends to be pretty responsive on Twitter, tends to respond to a lot of the trolls, which I think is hilarious. Just puts them on blast, doesn't really care. But yeah, he went +4. I don't think he finished DFL this week, which, I mean, I guess good for him. I know he wants to compete and win. I hope LIV extends him like another contract. I'd like to see him get another year of competitive golf under his belt. I think we should really judge him at the end of the year just to see if, I'd love to see him top 20 or top 30 in an event. Obviously he's finished really close to the bottom of the leaderboard really ever since he joined LIV, but he's shown flashes of brilliance. So I'd love to see AK play well. If you're new here, if you're watching us live, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we had a really good weekend. Last time I checked, we were at 51 subs, which is awesome. Our goal is to get to 100 before the end of the month. I know our original goal was 50, but we flew past that this weekend. If you're new to the channel, we are working on our video series. So I just released my putting video from our Getting to Scratch video series. That's doing really well. It's got over a couple hundred views. It's got some good feedback, so if you guys want to go watch the putting video, make sure you do that. Give that a like. It's only 11 minutes. We're gonna try to keep those instructional videos shorter for your guys' sake. That seems to be some good feedback. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at the Scratch Golf Show. We got it kind of over here on my left side. The font's not great. I might have to change that. Instagram at the Scratch Golf Show. Twitter, Scratch Golf Show, and YouTube at the Scratch Golf Show. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. All right, let's take a look at the